Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a timely tarot oracle reading about random shift. If you resonate with the title and or the thumbnail, this is the perfect reading for you, delivered at the perfect time, courtesy of the universe, through the language of synchronicity. If this is a timely reading, so if you are watching it at this time, it is the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it's been a while since I posted this, what was going on back then in your life that could give you further clarity as to your situation now. All right, we're going to begin with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck, and we have the Four of Swords. The swords in tarot represent the element of air, and it is talking about your mental intelligence and discipline of your mind. So this person is tired of overthinking everything and has decided to get respite in a church. He is praying and meditating and connecting with the Most High, putting his mind to rest. And these three swords on the wall represent hanging your mind up so that you can use your heart to feel for the answer rather than overthink about it. So we have a subconscious mind, which is formed by the time we're about 6 or 7. And, you know, when you look back from the time you're a baby until you're about kindergarten age, most people don't have strong memories of that time. And a lot of a baby has learned so much in the first year and is like a sponge absorbing their environment. So the people looking after us when we're that age and the environment we are in is heavily imprinted on us, and this is the subconscious mind, and which we tend to use well into our adulthood. It's not always the most reliable because it's really the thoughts of other people who are in charge of our care when we can't remember what to do. And then we have the unconscious mind, and the unconscious mind is your spiritual needs. And, you know, a lot of people will say, yes, I'm a soul or a human being with a soul. But from the soul's perspective, you are a soul traveling in a human body. And this is your vehicle to navigate Earth. And if your needs aren't being met as a soul, then you are going to, the unconscious mind becomes very loud and starts arguing with the subconscious and conscious mind. The conscious mind is the one you have a handle on. It's where, you know, I went to the store, I picked up these 3 items, I paid this much for them, I came home, I made supper, and this was what I had. That type of, you have a clear memory and you can relate the story to someone else. It's conscious. So if you can get these 3 working together and plug that into your heart, then you can quiet your mind and have it work for you instead of against you towards your authentic desires. On this stained glass window here, there is the word Pax, P-A-X, and that represents peace, peace of mind. And then the first card out is the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is, the pentacle energy in tarot is about health, wealth, and happiness in the 3D. So this energy is talking about the coin, of course, because money is a big part. But you could have all the money in the world and still not be living the lifestyle you want. So this goes much further and is asking, is the amount of time, money, and energy that I invested in this project, has it been worth it? Like, there's only 1 pentacle here, and there's 6 pentacles of effort. And, you know, this is, this person's used to being successful, and they're wondering, like, what's up? Like, normally I would have way more of a result than this from all of the energy that I've put into this. Should I continue doing this, or should I call it and start something else and just take my losses? Is there something that I could do better? You know, what should I do? And this is talking about the 3 of Cups. And the 3 of Cups energy does represent a celebration. It doesn't always, it's not my favorite card. I find that quite often this card can represent people celebrating an event or something that's happened and not each other so much. They're not looking at each other when they're toasting. And in many cultures, if you toast someone and you don't look them in the eye, particularly in Europe, they have a big superstition there that if you don't look someone in the eye when you're toasting them, it causes 7 years bad luck in your love life. And that kind of defeats the purpose, because the cups quite often are about romantic love. And that energy, sometimes also can be about family members, friends, anyone or anything you love. Sometimes it can be about something you love to do or be. We'll put this on hold and we'll see. We'll give them a chance to be celebrating the good. And then we have the Magician. The Magician is talking about a big energetic upgrade coming your way. And this is talking about as above, so below. The Magician is pointing to the sky, representing bringing your thoughts down to the earth and creating a beautiful garden for yourself. The tools are all there. All you have to do is learn how to use them. And you have to learn which tool to use in which situation. They're not all hammers here. And so the energy is also saying this can bring you to infinite potential, 100% to the power of infinity and beyond. And the Magician is generally saying, talking about an energetic upgrade coming your way as long as you put the energy in. We have the King of Cups here. The King of Cups is one of 4 kings, and he is offering a cup of love. This is generally thought to be a romantic love, although this king sometimes does represent a paternal figure and the paternal bloodline. So if you think about uncles, brothers, cousins, oh, Stella, you're knocking the camera, sweetie. All right, sorry, my cat loves to be here, but she's torn between eating her breakfast and sitting on my lap. Make a decision. All right, so the King of Cups is making a decision, and he is in the middle of all this rough water. In tarot, when there's rough water, it represents chaotic energy and maybe volatile emotions. So the king is waiting for the most opportune time to offer this cup of love. When he does offer a cup of love, it's generally stable. It's something that, he's put some thought into. And of all the kings, he's the most emotionally available. This can represent an energy that you need to contain your emotions at this time, so that you can come to strong decisions. And yeah, because something here has happened. Now see, here's this energy that I was talking about. The 3 of Swords represents, look at this. This is clearly like some sort of heartbreak or heartache. There's 3 swords in this heart. And at first, it's disturbing to look at, but then you realize, hey, that heart is large in context to these swords. And sometimes, this does represent sometimes gossip, slander. You see this 1 sword here in between these 2. That sometimes can represent a third-party energy, which is generally goes along with the gossip and slander that comes with that. This can talk about harsh words, gossip, slander, defamation of character. This and also my cat has happy feet, so she's doing her job. She's purring for us and raising the vibration, which can lower blood pressure, which is good for the heart. Thank you, Stella, for your input. And here we have, so the energy, this is talking about there's some sort of forgiveness that needs to be made, or maybe some healing of your heart. And it could be over a third-party energy in matters of love, because it's sitting on this cup of love. I feel that this is actually saying, because you went and you did do some work to heal your heart, that now your subconscious, unconscious, and conscious mind are all plugged into your heart. So good work. And now there's opportunity for new love coming in because you've healed. So this is awesome energy. That's the way it looks here. Like, this is if your lifestyle suffered because there was a third-party energy in a commitment that you had. Now, this is most likely romantic love, but it could be, having to do with something you love to do or be, maybe your career, or, it could be to do with family or whatever. But this is basically saying that you have taken the time to heal, and forgiveness is for yourself. It doesn't mean that you condone the actions, and it doesn't mean that you want to still hang around with the person, but you do want to heal from it so that you can move forward. And this is really, really good energy. Congratulations on doing the work. Here we have the King of Swords. So King of Swords, this quite often can be a divorce lawyer in a situation with this, and it's sitting on this and saying it'll be an upgrade for your life. If someone is in your life and they don't see the potential of the relationship, and you stick with them, and they're running around behind your back and etc., it's going to definitely hurt your potential. This card doesn't have to represent a divorce lawyer, but quite often it can represent that energy. And this, it's talking about the King of Swords would be someone that uses their mental capacity, their intelligence to be able to earn their living. Now, this might even be partly the King of Cups energy. This could be another quality that the King of Cups has as he offers this love. Maybe the King of Cups was your divorce lawyer. Stranger things have happened. But just so you can identify this energy, it can also be saying that you need to really discipline your mind, or congratulations for doing so, continue to do so. This energy quite often can represent, we have a king here. Other politicians quite often are in this energy, and it would be someone higher up, someone that's mastered the art of using their words and speaking for a living quite often. And, words come either verbal or they can be expressed in written word. So this might even be a best-selling author. It could be, members of parliament. This energy quite often is in the legal field. This would be someone higher up, like a head prosecutor, maybe a judge. If this is a lawyer, probably someone who is established in a prestigious firm and is probably a partner. This energy can also talk about, surgeons, veterinarians, dentists, psychiatrists, people who use their mental capacity, researchers, engineers, that type of energy. So it might help you identify this energy. This could be your energy. It could be someone else's energy. And then we have the transition coming in. So this card, a lot of times people are afraid when they see this card, but really it's not talking about a physical death, very rarely. It is more talking about one cycle coming to an end and another cycle beginning. So it's saying that you've healed this heart, and maybe if this is representing a divorce energy, that now you're moving on and you're ready to start a new cycle. And maybe this King of Cups, he's been patiently waiting because he could see your life was chaotic, and he wants to make sure that you do accept his offer. So he's waiting for the divorce to go through, for you to be in the mood for love, and he's just patiently waiting. He really wants to get to know you better. And this energy, or you could be this king waiting for someone to complete this process. This energy is talking about significant change coming your way, the light at the end of the tunnel. This older person here is like trying to barter with the Grim Reaper. Don't come through town. We don't want your change. And these young people are, yes, we do. Here's a bloom, a flower. This one little one is offering a flower, which is talking about the bloom of new life and accepting new energy. On the planet at this time, we do have a lot of new energy coming in. There's a king here who has been trampled. This is just, it's not a real figure. This is talking about the systems around the world. A lot of governments are changing. There's a lot happening in the world right now. There's a lot of energy around the truth coming out of people, of what's been going on in the world up to this point. It's just a very different energy. And sometimes this could just mean something like for you personally. Perhaps you've always loved a specific hobby and you've always done that. And all of a sudden, you know, you wake up one morning and you're like, you know what, I don't feel like doing that anymore. And you're shocked, everybody else is shocked, because you've always loved doing that. But you're like, you know what, I think I'm going to try something new. And that's the type of energy that this reading is talking about. And that leads to a windfall. Quite often this card represents, you know, this is the most pentacles that you can have. And this card can represent a windfall after times of difficulty, or if you have any legal matters, and we have this lawyer energy here, that there's an end to whatever court proceedings or whatever is going on, and you have a windfall coming in. Now, this is the Ten of Pentacles. Like, this is, you know, a lot of coin. It's raining money. And you have the perfect partner that you can enjoy. The king and you get along, apparently. And, you know, maybe you're starting a family and you have pets now, and, you know, you're in a neighborhood, and you also have time to be able to enjoy it with each other, and maybe moving forward in your career as well. So this is talking about ultimate fulfillment in your lifestyle in a perfectly imperfect world. I mean, it's not going to be perfect every second of every minute of every day, but generally you're doing very well. And that's because judgment came through regarding this heartbreak. And this energetic upgrade did. Now look at this. This magician is pointing at the King of Swords, leading to this windfall. So there we go. And this is an energetic upgrade for you coming through. And congratulations for doing the, you know, the work so that you can enjoy it. So the Judgment card is talking about judgment coming not only on the physical level, it comes from the spiritual realm first. And the angel's horn is trumpeting, and even the ancestors, your ancestors are literally climbing out of their boxes. They're so happy. So this could be something to do with a generational wealth. Sometimes this is talking about some sort of inheritance, or this is a windfall, something you weren't expecting, maybe didn't even know about, and all of a sudden this comes through and it really elevates your lifestyle. The ancestors are thrilled about it. Maybe this has been held up and stuck because of maybe this energy was celebrating that they were going to have this windfall, and now they're finding out that they celebrated too soon. A lot of energy like that coming out in the planet right now. We have, you know, the truth comes out eventually. It always does, and this sometimes can represent skeletons in the closet coming tumbling out, and it can, and also maybe an energy of Pandora's box being opened. Once Pandora's box is opened, it's opened. You can't get it closed again. We have a King of Wands at the top here. So now this could be your energy, how you're feeling now, very passionate. I feel that this is talking about this King of Cups energy could be, you know, I feel this might be this lawyer energy coming in could be about this windfall. And the King of Cups now is passionate. Now this could be your energy, or this could be someone coming towards you, and like that you are in this energy now with them. So I feel that, yeah, this is a huge upgrade in your life. There's pentacles coming through, and also a lot of love coming through for you, and the kind that is more everlasting. The King of Wands, he's someone that takes a while to settle down. He's considered the sexiest of all the kings in the tarot. But combined with this cup of love from the King of Cups, he's more steady here. This is someone that is very passionate about life, a visionary. He's a lot of fun, charismatic. And, you know, he tends to, the fire signs, this is the element of fire. And the wands represent, you know, passionate action. They're made, the wand is made of wood because wood fuels the fire and creating that passionate action. And, you know, this king has a tendency to be a bit of a player. Like he'll take a long time to mature before he settles down. A lot of fire signs are that way. They take a little bit longer than maybe some of the other signs to settle down. But when they do, and especially with this energy here, he's making a solid offer here. So yeah, I feel like this is really good energy that you're moving forward into, and you know, congratulations on healing your heart. If you've been through something very difficult, sometimes it can take a while to be able to heal, but it's well worth the effort. This is talking about, you know, understanding the lifestyle change was because of finding out this energy, and then having a difficult decision to make, which was possibly divorcing the current partner, or them wanting to divorce you. And then after all of this happens, after doing the work here, all of a sudden now this windfall comes in. And it's basically this King of Cups offering you a cup of love, very passionate about you. Your ancestors are cheering because I feel this had something to do with them, and it wasn't received properly. Like somehow you didn't receive this and should have. And it also can be that they're cheering because you're moving on, and they knew if you could just heal your heart, you would have the true love in your life that you deserve. This King of Cups energy. All right, good. This is a really good reading. I'm going to clarify for those of you who want clarification. If you're leaving the reading here, thank you for your time and energy. This card wants to come out. And so, yeah, we are in a time right now of this, as I'm doing this reading, we're moving into a blue moon, which is a rare occurrence every 3 years. It's happening, and it's a great springboard for really good vibes coming up in June. So this is a timely reading, but I'm just, because the moon energy is so strong right now, when there's 2 full moons in 1 month, the moon energy is saying, use your intuition, be really, you know, make sure that you do that. Make sure you discipline your mind. That's freedom, is when you can discipline your mind so it starts working for you rather than against you. You need to use your intuition and your logic to be able to come to creative solutions. All right, so this is an oracle, Tales from the Vector, and it's courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. And I started this back in 2007. I'm working on bringing it out now. All the paintings, there's 64 of them, are in the gallery of my website, talesfromthevector.com. I will put them in the order they appear here. These numbers represent how they are listed in the gallery if you're interested in checking it out. They say a picture paints 1,000 words, so maybe it will give you further clarity. The Scorpio energy is talking about that passion, you know, the sexual gladiator, calming that energy, taming that energy down. It's just talking about being able to unite through love, basically, of common interests, common, you know, goals. That's the energy here. Elevation of your vibration, and through being in a position to get together with someone in a strong way rather than trying to overcome or conquer the energy. And so when the horoscope signs come up in a collective reading like this, I just want you to be aware I'm not talking about individual people. I'm talking about the signs, each of the signs. And so this energy, if you ever get your birth chart done, you'll find that you have most or all of the signs in it, and we can learn from each other. Each sign has its, strengths and weaknesses that we can learn from. The ego is a karmic space, and this is saying keep your ego in check here. And I feel like this is talking more about this energy here. When people are happy because someone else is going through hardship, it speaks more about them than it does about you, really, although they're probably speaking a lot because this is gossip and slander regarding that energy. And this could even represent the energy of the third party, and they're maybe happy because now the person that they were cheating with is free. Having said that, it's statistically, pretty much if they'll do it with you, they'll do it to you. But we'll wish them all the best in their endeavors moving forward. You're off on a totally different path now. You've taken the time to heal. This is really, really cool. You have devotion to your, being your on purpose in your life. And really your purpose is to be the best version that you can be. And we have the Leo energy, which is about leading. This definitely, there's a lot of fire energy in this. This is representing that passion. And, this is talking about sometimes the Leo energy is ruled by the sun, and the sun is God's energy. And that is the happiest card in the deck, is the sun. And it reflects light on situations and also happiness on the whole reading. So Leos are natural born leaders, but they are a fire sign, and they do take time to mature and become more confident in who they are, and then they can become amazing leaders. And this is talking about the sun. So I feel this could be talking about your energy here. You could be the King of Wands that's offering this cup of love, or it could be the other way around. Again, here's the sun saying, I'm shining my light on the situation. You asked for assistance here, and here it is. This is a reward for doing all the good work that you've been doing to heal your heart. That's the best that we can do in situations like this. And then it's talking about the High Priestess. And so the High Priestess is talking about using your intuition as well as your logic. The swords here, they are representing discipline of your mind, and that you can get by quieting your mind and teaching it to be quiet through meditation and prayer, so that you can get intuitive answers. And that's why the High Priestess is so joyful. So this is a joyful energy after hardship, and a big upgrade in your lifestyle. I like this reading. I do hope you've enjoyed it as well. Please do give it a like and comment if you enjoyed it. I also would be honored if you subscribe. Thank you for your energy. Bye for now.